What's going on? And welcome to our sarcastic stocks happy hour. I think my camera's going all crazy, so don't mind that. But I'm here live with Amma Jamma, our crypto stock is basically everything analyst over at PBAlerts and Titan Trading. How are you doing, Amy?
Hey, how are you doing?
Good, good. So what is first on the agenda? I know that this one we have some fun segments going
We have
on.
some Tesla. Well, we have Tesla. The split is tonight at midnight. I think it's 4-1 split, and I've got the chart up just to talk about a little bit about chart and historically a couple things about splits in general. For everyone that thinks the split is going to be, like a money grab. A couple things I do not suggest anyone ever hold um hold options contracts specifically through a split. It's a little different with the equities because even if we get a little bit of a sell off, it can come back. But with option, you have a couple things there. You've got your theta burn, just things like that. And sometimes the split in general, even though the option underwriters do write it to fit the price you have, they'll have like an option A, B, or they'll have a one next to it, whatever. A lot of times the options just end up kind of fizzling out because you're playing them before earnings and the IV starts to tick up because of the FOMO. People talking about Tesla split this and that. So just in general, a couple things about Tesla I would suggest personally is if you want to day trade options, day trade after the split and do shorter term day trades right now. Wait and see what the chart does over the next couple days. This is not a perfect segment, but you could see here lower highs every time we have a little run up, and this chart's back to October of last year. And then in a shorter time frame here, it does show we have a little bit of room we can push in this trend here. You can see we had triple topped around 930 to 940. We're quite a ways from there, but we hit some hard resistance at this 910 908 area today. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tesla pull back to this bottom line here, which did get a little bit moved. Sorry about that, guys. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Tesla pull back to 880, 870 tomorrow, even lower. And of course, it depends on market sentiment. There's been a lot of times Tesla beats the market lately and overperforms the market. I don't think this is one of those times. So this is what we're going to watch. I do not suggest holding Tesla overnight tonight. If you want to, you have to be ready to kind of have a little bit of a high risk play there. So that's what I've got on Tesla. Are you there, Matt?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So, I mean, that's pretty much all I've got when it comes to Tesla. And so we will segment from that to let's do one of our segments we love to do. How about we've got a new segment today? It's called Reddit on Reddit.
Oh, it's a fun
All
one.
right, we're gonna have some fun with Reddit today. I have a couple pretty funny ones here today. I'm just going to pick one. I don't know which one it's going to be. Let's see what it is. All right. Okay. All right. So this is I just think these are really funny comments and they make me laugh. So I figured they make you laugh. It says, I say we need this Nick's Social Security and let us gamble that money in the market. It's high time those old people learn to fend for themselves without depending on us to pay into the Ponzi scheme. All right, this is funny for a couple reasons. The first thing is in general, how we did away with pension years and years and years ago. And really, for most of us, aside from people with Social Security, are already in the market. Our 401ks are the market. We're playing with our retirement every day of the week. So I just thought it was kind of a funny comment because of that. Just in general, just people, like another one today. Did you hear about that, Matt? Everybody's talking about Biden with the $10,000 tax credit for
Student
college
loans.
students. Yes, the student loan
Yeah.
money. And a lot of people are bullish on the market because of that. But I don't think you actually get $10,000. I think it's just knocked off your debt, your
Oh
student
yeah,
loan
yeah. It's
debt.
not. Yeah, it's not like a
So
stimulus package or anything like that.
exactly,
It's a
exactly.
forgiveness is what they call it of the debt. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So I thought that one's pretty funny. Let's pop up one more here. Oh, here's a good one. If I learn anything from GME, if the public wants to do something, it'll find a way. Good morning, Melon Kunis. BBBY to the effing moon. Not euphoria, fresh cocaine and lines at 8 a.m. LFG. This is hype, right? This is FOMO. This is what I'm talking about with FOMO. People so stinking convinced that no matter what, you're good to go. You're good to go. The BBBY push to $14 doesn't count because we're going to $100. And I'm starting to think that half of these posts are actually people who really don't believe what they're saying, and they're just doing it to sound facetious. I'm really starting to believe that. It's pretty funny to
Oh
me
yeah, the majority
because
of people don't know what they're talking about when it comes to
exactly.
that.
They really do not know what they're talking about. So, that's just a couple Reddit posts I thought were pretty funny just from today. And then I'm actually going to pull up one more. We'll do one more segment and then we'll pop onto the pick of the day. We're shortening this one. This is like 10-15 minute stream in the future. We're still working out the kinks, guys. But another segment we try to do every single time is Cathy's Cuts and Cops. What did Cathy Wood buy and sell this week? Let me pop this screen in here and switch my monitor. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's see some of the what I want to see what I think is interesting in the last couple days of her buys and sells. She has dumped a lot of Tesla of late the last couple months. No, looks like no Tesla sales from the Tesla split, more TDOC. We talked about this last week too. She's been buying a lot of TDOC, everyone. And I actually do like the TDOC chart. I like the setup. I like the company. TDOC has gotten kind of hammered with earnings and has pulled back pretty substantially over the last 6 months to a year. But it's one Nvidia too. Big Nvidia sell here. She sold 387,000 shares. So that's about almost $7 million worth of Nvidia sold right before earnings at that. We have earnings today on Nvidia. So maybe she's bearish on earnings. That's one thing I would watch there. And also a big buy on Zoom. 713,000 shares of Zoom here. That's another interesting one to me. That's a very large purchase on Zoom. So I think that's a couple charts to look at. Just the big ones that stick out. DNA is another one, a big DNA buy. That's another one. DNA and Zoom are two I personally like, along with TDOC. And she told an ARC W and she sold an ARC K. So it's just a couple things to be aware of with Zoom and with Zoom ARC with the RK fund, and then NVIDIA, of course, and TDOC. So TDOC's one I think has a pretty good setup right now. One I would definitely watch over the next little while here. So anyway, so one thing we've done the last couple, you hear that?
Oh.
I said it. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I have very, very, very small immature mind. But all right, so we're gonna pop up our picks of the week. And then we will let me pop up my chart. As you know, every week I'm going to keep track of what picks we had from the week before. Last week I had talked about Palantir, and the week before I talked about Vail. Vail is doing awesome. From what we talked about Vail around $12. It's at $13.30. It hit as high as almost $14 yesterday. Still love this. Still think it's a great pickup at this price. Love Vail at $13.40 the pick. And then last week we had Palantir. Did sell off a couple days, but I think anything Palantir under $9.50, you can't really go wrong if you're holding it long term, which we are. This week I am going to talk about AppLove and App. It's not new, but it's a newer IPO from last summer. We had that huge tech boom of IPOs last year, and it looks like I might have found a bottom here. We've got two. This is like the stone cold bottom. You wouldn't even want to buy it below this. A little bit safer entry would be to wait till it's above, like, say, $28, so we don't get caught in this range right here as a resistance point. But in general, I really do like it at this price, $26.35. You can make a short-term target on that, say $28, and a long-term target up to $32, and then even up to $40. I think this definitely has potential to run 100% by the end of the year. if not by the end of the year, by early next spring. So this one I actually like almost as much as Veil, and I really, really like Veil. So this one I'm very high on. I think this is a perfect price for that. And as I told you before, we've got our sarcastic picks watch list right here. Every week I will add these on and we'll update these. So yeah, I mean, that's about all I've got. I feel like I talked the whole time. Matt's not really there. He's there, but he's not.
Yeah,
So
I don't know what's going on with my camera. I have like two cameras. This one I'm using. Here, I'll put it on the screen. I don't know if you can see, but it's like just going, oh, now it's working, of course. But
it's glitching a little
kind
bit.
of, yeah. I don't know what's going on. I have my other camera set up because I do TikToks with a teleprompter,
Nice.
and this is like my backup one. This is not working apparently. So I was trying to figure out how that works. But yeah, no, those are definitely some good picks. I know the one that Cathy was you were talking about as well. It's interesting that she made that big buy on Zoom. The whole,
Yeah, yeah.
I know the
I
whole
mean,
stay-at-home boom. That was a
yeah,
big talk.
that's true. I agree with that. Zoom, though, I think more so than the stay-at-home boom, because Zoom's not going to go nowhere.
Yes.
It's the price Zoom is at. I mean, look at this. We're at the stone cold double bottom here. Nice little bounce. I like Zoom at this price too. In fact, I might be putting a Zoom alert out after we wrap up the stream. So, I mean, the bottom's in. Do you have anything? What do you have today? Anything
Oh,
you'd like to talk
I
about?
haven't been looking at the not stock or not stock related. Honestly, I've been doing a lot of news stuff on MetaMat TV. There's a whole
I
bunch
know.
of
I saw it. It's
crazy
been
stuff going on in the outside of the stock world. Which is, it does
crazy.
affect stocks. This is why we do our we have like our podcast we're gonna be doing soon with some of our shot callers, just kind of talking about
Like
how.
Lana Rhodes' baby is
Oh my
right,
god,
Katie.
yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, I know it's like an NBA player of some sort. People were saying probably Blake Griffin, I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah.
or like Kevin Durant. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. I mean, I guess we'll wrap it up. We've got in and out, a couple laughs, a couple picks. We'll keep tweaking this till we find a formula we like. It's a brand new show. It's not going anywhere though. So some segments might get switched out, some might get added in. We'll see what you guys like. And yeah, I guess that's about it for us. Thanks, guys.
Sounds good. Make some bread.
Bye, guys.